In my last video, I showed you how Jake Paul couldn't possibly go on this anti-bullying charge. Jake, you loved Rice's dick so much, you made a whole song dedicated to how great he was. And this song was uploaded on the 11th of June 2016 when Rice Gum's content was at the peak of bullying little kids online.
I just don't get why or how people can support this kid.
It's laughable because this is what the majority of YouTube creators say about you. The man who treats girls like shit. The man who made fun of his fan for having an accent.
Sounds like you're just gonna blow someone up.
And for you to make fun of somebody for their attributes that they might not be able to control is up, and you need to be stopped.
Now this could be very dangerous, especially if the mainstream media pick this up and they portray Jake Paul to be this great guy who's standing up for bullying on YouTube, when in reality, he's one of the biggest scumbags on this website. And I wouldn't put it past Jake Paul, that being the plan, to get picked up by the mainstream media, because he knows himself, they watch everything he does.
Basically anything I do now gets picked up in the press.
And that's why it is so important to show why Jake Paul cannot be on this anti-bullying mission. And the reason I'm making a part 2 and a follow-up video so much later is because of the recent things I've found and recent goings on in the media and in the world. Now, everyone and their mothers has heard about the Harvey Weinstein case that has been going on in the news, in the media. It's been on all over Twitter, if you got Twitter. It is everywhere. It's a huge fucking deal because this case has caused a lot of other actresses to come out about their own stories about sexual assault and harassment, and, you know, it's been ruining actors and producers' careers, and rightfully fucking so. This shit should never go on. It's disgusting. But if somehow you're not familiar, Harvey Weinstein was a huge Hollywood executive and a producer, and he could cast actresses in huge Hollywood films that would change their lives. Harvey Weinstein abused his position where he had this power to change people's lives and give them huge roles to try and exchange this for sexual favors. Now you must be thinking, how does this relate to Jake Paul at all? You know, none of this has happened, surely. Well, who in Team 10 is a CFO and used his power to try and get sexual favors of a straight male model? England is my city, Nick Crumpet himself.
Him hanging round, around you, you're hanging round, yeah, you're there too.
Now, a male Instagram model known as Mick Mayo uploaded a YouTube video with proof showing that when he was trying to join Team 10, Nick Crompton abused his position where he could hire him in order to try and get sexual favors out of him.
Before LA, I started talking to Nick Crompton, the COO of the company. About 2 months before LA, we were talking almost every day, FaceTiming every day. Now with this video, like, I'm gonna provide you some screenshots. I'm not gonna show you too much. There's different levels you can bring to this, and I'm just gonna give you an insight. I went to LA in February. I met with Nick Crompton my first night in LA. We had dinner. It was really cool. Bear in mind, I'm straight, Nick's gay, and that kind of formed a bit of a barrier right from the outset. He was only interested in signing me to Team 10 if he had certain things I did to make him happy, and obviously that wasn't going to happen. So we never came to an agreement, and that's basically the main reason behind Team 10. I'll show you some screenshots up here. Why? And I mean, it kind of sucks, but it's just the truth, and that's how they roll. My first week I went into the Team 10 house, met all the guys. I met Jake, wasn't very nice. We didn't even really have a chat. He was just like, kind of, why are you in my house?
So now let's read the DMs again. Wow, you look hot as fuck here. Can I suck your dick yet? He replies, persistence. Nick Crompton says, not working though, is it? What this DM exchange shows us is that this isn't the first time Nick Crompton's done it. I mean, it's literally the word persistence. That's what it means. Nick Crompton has obviously been trying it on this guy for, you know, sexual favors or just being very sexually suggestive to him in order to join Team 10. Also, the next DMs read, so I suppose what I'm saying is, we can do business whilst I suck your dick. I mean, it doesn't get more clear than that, does it? We can do business whilst I suck your dick. You know, that is literally him using business as leverage with sexual favors in order to meet Nick Crompton's requirements, you know.
He was only interested in signing me to Team 10 if he had certain things I did to make him happy.
I mean, we could even go as far as to say Nick Crumpet wanted to blow on this man's trumpet. I don't know, maybe not. Later in the video, Mick confirms that him and Nick Crompton had a falling out because he wasn't meeting Nick Crompton's requirements and wasn't doing all these things that he asked.
I went to that party and After about an hour, I got kicked out by this guy right here. The only reason I'm getting kicked out of this party is because Nick Crompton doesn't get what he wants.
So like Harvey Weinstein, Nick Crompton was in a position of power where he could change someone's life. You know, look at Snake Bitch and the Inbred brothers. They're the most untalented fucks on this platform, and now their lives have been changed forever and they have millions of subs. So Nick used his power, like Harvey Weinstein, to try and get some sexual favors from this man. I mean, this guy in the video confirms Nick Crompton already knew he was straight.
We had dinner, it was really cool. Bear in mind, I'm straight, Nick's gay, and that kind of formed a bit of a barrier right from the outset.
So Nick was trying to bully and pressure him into doing acts that he would not be comfortable with at all in order to get into Team 10. That is fucking disgusting. Stop internet bullies. Oh, man. That's a great tweet there, Crumpet. Very noble of you to tweet that out. You know, coming from the man who tried to bully someone else into letting you give them sexual favors just to get into Team 10. Yeah, but, you know, fuck that. We'll stop the internet bullies and the mean men like Rice Gum who make a few jokes. So now, linking this all back to Jake Paul and his anti-bullying charge, you know, he was really pushing, stop internet bullies, be more positive like Jake Paul.
He starts to make fun of suicide. He's going to actually offend or deeply hurt a kid by bullying them. And for you to make fun of somebody for their attributes that they might not be able to control is up, and you need to be stopped. There is more to the world, and it's not too late to literally join a positive YouTuber.
Well, Jake, the CFO of your own company, Nick Crompton, is one of the biggest and worst types of bullying. Bullying someone into doing shit for a position of, like, in Team 10. And Jake, if you really hated bullying that much, the minute you heard Nick Crompton doing this, why would he still be working for you? Why wouldn't you fire someone who's using that power and abusing it to essentially bully someone or try to pressure and bully someone into giving him or letting him give them some sexual act? We all know Jake Paul isn't against abusing his own power. I mean, the FaZe Banks situation that I've mentioned a million times, he literally tried to get his audience to ruin FaZe Banks' whole reputation over false allegations. And Nick Crumpet as well played a huge role in that. Remember, on Twitter, he tweeted out DMs between him and Banks and left out a very key DM from Nick himself saying how if it did happen, it was an accident. He tweeted out DMs of him and FaZe Banks like this and only showing the DMs of Banks' response. Why is he so manipulative? Because he left out crucial fucking information. Well, let's see the DM that he left out on purpose from this screenshot. The DM that shows that Nick Crompton himself and the assistant knew that what FaZe Banks did, if he did it, was an accident. Whereas Jake Paul and the assistant were pushing the narrative that Banks assaulted her on purpose. So the once lovable tub of lard, England is my city, Nick Crumpet himself, he isn't this great, you know, innocent little man. He's a manipulative piece of shit. And then Mick goes on later in the video to say that he has more messages that he wasn't even willing to show.
We'd go out for dinner, he'd get me an Uber home and everything. Like, he was really treating me well, but it led to me thinking, like, why is he actually doing this for me? Like, does he plan on putting me in Team 10, or is it really just a way to trying to spend himself up to me to get what he wanted at the end of the day? Which you've seen a few times now, which is ridiculous. You know, I could show a lot worse messages.
And I mean, Mick, if you are watching this, you should not let this fucking creep get away with it. I mean, if you have messages that you can't show and what we've seen isn't the worst of it, then I can't even imagine what he said to you. And you need to out this creep who's in this huge position where he can abuse his power if he wants. And, you know, he's working for a brand that's essentially a kid's brand. It's a brand for children. So he's in a very dangerous place if he's doing this kind of shit. But it's very important that I felt like this whole case was very glossed over. I mean, maybe it was because it was pre-Weinstein, but now post-Harvey Weinstein, this couldn't be more important. And I think it's very important to show Mick's support, and hopefully there'll be a follow-up, because I would like to see a follow-up. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. And, you know, it's a very important issue. It's more of a serious video. Please like and share the video around it. I think this video deserves to be seen by a lot of people, because especially the little Team 10 fans, the kids who are following and admiring this man, Nick Crompton. You know, he's still a celebrity in their eyes, and he's doing this kind of shit. It's disgusting and it shouldn't be happening. So please like, subscribe, and thanks so much for watching. And until next time, Fuck off.